Okay, so let's start. Before that, my Wi-Fi is actually kind of issuing is some issue with my Wi-Fi. So if my voice is not clear or if the video is buffering, then don't worry about that. I really can't help it with right now. So you can just watch the recorded session, but I will try that my Wi-Fi doesn't disturb me. Okay, so let's start with the NZD JPY. Basically, I sent the analysis when price was kind of right here. It was consolidating. Before that, can anyone confirm if my voice is, audible or not? Am I audible or not?
Yes, you are audible.
Your voice is
Okay, okay, okay. So NZD JPY, I sent analysis right there. Price was kind of right there, and I expected price to rally to the upside. So let's just start from the monthly. Okay, so let me hide these first. So on monthly time frame, as you can see that this whole area was an order block right there. Okay, this was an area of order block and price was in the region of fair value gap as well. The price rejected that area like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like 6 times rejecting from the same area. And you know that if price is really rejecting an area, it means that price will sooner break that. Okay, price will sooner break that. So we are seeing monthly rejections from this area, this order block, this fair value gap prices within this range, and it's kind of rejecting continuously from that region. And the momentum previously was kind of strong, so that showed me that the price might continue to the upside. Okay, so moving down to the weekly time frame. Okay, so on weekly time frame, the only thing which showed me that the price might be continuing to the upside was this trendline liquidity. Okay, there was nothing else, to be honest. Okay, just that this momentum was strong. The structure break was to the upside. The price mitigated the discount area. Okay, if we draw the region, the premium discount areas, then price came down in the discount region, rejected, and pushed to the upside. But we have a liquidity area. If you draw it this way, you can say like a trendline liquidity, or if you draw it from kind of this type, you can also say like this is a retail resistance. Okay, and I have mentioned several times that if price is giving you an area of liquidity, then you can use that area as a target of your price. Okay, so monthly showed me the rejections, and the weekly showing me this trendline liquidity area, and that showed me that the price might continue upside, probably taking out these highs right there. So moving down to the daily time frame. Now, if you are using Wyckoff, you can clearly see that this is an reaccumulation schematic being unfold. Okay. Now let me remove make the visible. So we have a clear higher accumulation reaccumulation schematic right there. And when I sent the analysis, the price is already the test phase, the spring phase, and the price was coming down to unfold or do the last point of support phase. Okay, so price was kind of right there, and I was looking for any fractal accumulations on lower time frame which would allow me to enter with the kind of low less stop loss and aim maybe above that. So for that I went down to the 4 hour time frame, and let me show you what exactly I saw and what exactly we could have entered. So on daily, this was an area of last point of supply. So in this last point of support area, I observed this accumulation. Okay, we have accumulation like this was the area where price did the spring, did a fake out, and if you observe, this was the last low. Price closed above that, like did a fake out of that, clearly did a fake out of that. Okay, so that is an area where you could have injured, where I could have injured, but I didn't. Like I wanted to, but I was not with the screens, and I just missed that trade. And we could have definitely aimed for 1:4 trades. It would be still running actually. So yeah, this is one of the entry which you could have capitalized on, because these were, as you can see, like one touch, two touch, three, close to that, and price did a fake out of these lows and eventually closed back within the range. Okay, so that is a point where you could have injured your long position, placing a stop loss below that and aiming for above. So similarly, as I said, like we can capitalize on spring test and last point of support. These three are the ones in accumulation where we can injure our positions. So on daily, I missed the spring, I missed the test, I missed the support, and on fractal accumulation, I missed the spring, I missed the test, and I missed the LPS as well. I don't know why I was so cursed, but I missed every single entry on this pair. So yeah, this is the area where you could have injured long position for the spring. On test phase, you can have definitely go down on the 5 minute 15 minute to look out for any fractal accumulation, and maybe you could have injured, but if you wanted to injure directly, you could have maybe injure uh, there. It depends how your entry criteria is. But let me just go down to 1 hour, and I will show you like on this fractal accumulation, on this phase, the last point of support phase, we also had a fractal accumulation on 1 hour, and I would go on that as well. We have the sign of strength where the price came down and mitigated this order block. Okay, if you an SMC trader, then you could have like directly taken the trade from here and push the upside, stop loss below this order block. But according to me, as a Wyckoff, my confirmation, I went down to 1 hour, and as you can see, we have another um, accumulation being played out. Okay, like this being the spring phase, I could have entered like here, placing a stop loss here on the test phase. When price came down to mitigate this order block, I could have entered again, placing my stop loss here. And when price did the sign of strength phase, broke structure, price came down again to mitigate this order block, I could have entered right there, placing my stop loss below there. But as I said, like I was really cursed up, so I missed this entry, this entry, this entry, and this entry, this entry. Like there were several entries just to take position to capitalize all the way upside. So yeah, these were all the entries which I, when came back to the chart, and I just checked the chart, and I was seeing like these were the several entries. Like there were a few entries which I was keeping an eye on, but I was outside. I was doing some sort of thing, but eventually I just missed all of them. So yeah, this was just for educational purpose. I did send the analysis, but unfortunately we couldn't capitalize on it. Maybe someone would have capitalized on it, but for me, I really couldn't do that. So that's all for this. So if you have any question, you can write in the chat box. So if you do not have any question, just write like I do not have any question or something like that. So when do we use imbalance for entry in a grow out block and breaker blocks? Okay, just a second. Okay, so yeah, if you are definitely from my channel, so for that I would suggest you to go over my pin message. Just let me show you. Just a second, I will show you. Okay, so if you click on my pin message in my Telegram channel, then if you scroll down, you will see this zone exercise, okay, in the pin message. And there are several links, and I did exercises like when to pick imbalance, when to pick breaker block, when to pick order block, when to pick Quasimodo level. I've did several exercises just and I've marked all the links in just my pin message. So you can just go over my pin message. You can practice buy exercises as well. You can practice zone exercises as well. Okay. Oh, okay. So, Fulabi, you're welcome. For to learn Wyckoff, I would I previously said in the video that I would send the links to PDF and course, but I think I didn't. So I will send the link to the PDFs and videos, and you can look on there. Can we say what happens on the 4 hour chart is AMD? Yes, yes, yes. You can say that from ICT or SMC perspective. You can clearly say that was an accumulation phase. This was a manipulation phase, and according to SMC, I really used this method actually. Previously, I really used this method, and what I used to do is like once we have the manipulation phase, I just look out for the old school method for entry, like the change of character, the stop one, and the return short block, and then insure. From that perspective, you can definitely insure, and from a Wyckoff, you can do that as well. I saw you suggest for BB and OB, but I couldn't find imbalance. I'll see about that. If I don't remember, if I do not have imbalance access, then I will do imbalance access as well later on. Should we consider picking person trade based on higher time frames like this? I never did that. Fires, I never did that. But you can definitely check it out. You can test it out if you think that if that works for you, then you can definitely do that. But I never did that. I actually do not pay attention to the news too much because news is just a way to move the price where price is really meant to go. Yeah, it's just that. Is it true that news are just used for gathering liquidity? Yes, absolutely. News is just to grab the liquidity and just to because price behaves in two orders. Um, okay, let me just can you hear my voice? My net got some troubles. Oh man, this is let me just stop the recording.